Hello everyone, welcome back, and today I will be showing you my AC/DC collection. AC/DC is one of my favorite bands. They started in 1974, I'm pretty sure. And if you guys are a fan of AC/DC, they've had a bunch of different lineups. Their first 6 albums consisted of Bon Scott as the lead singer, and then after Highway to Hell, starting with Back in Black up till now, it has been Brian Johnson. Anyways, we are starting off with High Voltage. This is their debut international release. They had 2 releases before this, except they were Australian releases only. So this is their first international. The booklet here. But as you can see here, the lineup consists of Angus Young, lead guitar, Malcolm Young guitar, Bon Scott lead vocals, Phil Rudd drums, and Mark Evans on bass. And these are the 9 songs, and their times and everything. I like jewel cases, but I prefer these digipacks for AC/DC. Just looks so much better, I find. But here's the track listing here. My favorites have to be It's a Long Way to the Top, The Jack, Livewire, and TNT, and High Voltage. The title track is pretty good too. But It's a Long Way to the Top is probably my favorite, mostly because it has bagpipes in the song. So. But that is High Voltage. Next up we have Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. This is their second album internationally. I'm pretty sure it's the same lineup as well, and I will be going through the booklets because they are, I find, pretty interesting. I guess it doesn't say here their lineup. Huh. But these are the 9 tracks. My favorites have to be the title track, Big Balls, and Right On. Next up we have Let There Be Rock. This is their 3rd album. Over internationally, I'm gonna keep saying that. I like how most of the discs are the same as the covers as well. And here is their lineup, same as the first 2 records. It's only 8 tracks on here, but this is a very good album. My favorites would have to be title track, Let There Be Rock, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, and Whole Lotta Rosie. Next up, we have Powerage, 4th studio album internationally. And once again, Everyone is the same except they brought in Cliff Williams as bass. Power Ridge, I haven't really listened to this album a whole lot. I've listened to it maybe once or twice, and that was about it. So I can't really say what my favorites are from this record, but next up we have If You Want Blood. This is their first live album. And the same lineup as the previous record. It is, again, a live album, so there's no new tracks on here. No new songs or anything like that. Next up we have Highway to Hell. This is one of their most popular records, alongside Back in Black, which I will get to next. Hey, here's the lineup, same as the previous two. Favorite songs off of this record: Highway to Hell, Touch Too Much, Shot Down in Flames, and If You Want Blood, You've Got It. This came out in 1978. I should have been saying the years for all of them, but not 79, sorry. But yeah. Then we have the infamous Back in Black, which came out in 1980. This is the first record with Brian Johnson on vocals. Bon Scott had passed earlier that year in February. I forget which month this came out, but it was 1980. I'm not picking a favorite song off here, or favorites. This album, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I can't get enough of it. It's their best record to date. Always has been, always will be. But their lineup consisted of everyone the same except Brian Johnson, who came in on vocals. So, next up we have For Those About to Rock, We Salute You, or just For Those About to Rock. My favorites would be the title and Let's Get It Up. I haven't really listened to this yet, which I need to do. I know it's kind of bad that I haven't, but I've been busy, so. But this came out in 1981, and all these are 2003 re-releases, so. I'm pretty sure it is once again the same lineup. So, next up we have Flick of the Switch. came out in '83. I have not really listened to this, so I'm not gonna say a favorite or anything like that. Yeah, 1983, 2003 re-release. I know it's bad, I haven't really listened to a lot of their records, considering they are my favorite band, so. Next up, we have 74 Jailbreak, which was released in 1984, but recorded 10 years earlier in 1974, with 5 tracks featuring Jailbreak, which is my favorite. Again, another 2003 re-release. This was the first time since 1979 that the world got new, I guess, or more Bon Scott era AC/DC. So yeah. And this is considered an EP on Spotify and Apple Music, so. But still part of their discography, so I'm putting it where it's supposed to go, which is between Flick of the Switch and Fly on the Wall, which came out in '85. Yeah, and then another '03 re-release. Haven't really heard much from this either, so I can't say shit about favorites and everything like that. But I'm just glad I have all their studio albums now. And live albums, if you count those. Next up, we have Who Made Who, which is, as you can see here, the official soundtrack for Stephen King's film Maximum Overdrive. It has only one new song, Who Made Who, and then the others are greatest songs from previous records, like You Shook Me All Night Long, Sink the Pink, Ride On, Hell's Bells, For Those About to Rock, Shake Your Foundation, Sink the Pink from Fly on the Wall, Ride On from Dirty Deeds, Shook Me All Night Long, Hell's Bells from Black and Black, For Those About to Rock from For Those About to Rock, and DT and Tracy Ace are instrumentals from what I've heard, so. But it's cool that they use this as the main soundtrack for Maximum Overdrive. So that is Who Made Who? Who Made You? Next up, we have Blow Up Your Video. The only song I've heard off here is Heat Seeker, which is such a good song. This one has no title track, which I am really surprised about. And the booklet doesn't come up on the top, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Next up, we have Globe Video came out in '88. Next up, we have The Razor's Edge, which came out in 1990. Has Thunderstruck, Money Talks. Pretty much the only two songs that I like on here. Apparently AC/DC is coming out with a new album soon. At least they're working on it, so I don't know when that'll come out, but if it's true, hopefully soon. Next up is AC/DC Live. It's basically a live album, all the best songs. Thunderstruck, Shoot to Thrill, Back in Black, Who Met Who, Heat, Secure the Jack, Money Talks, Hell's Bells, Dirty Deeds, Don't Dare Cheap, A Whole Lot of Rosie, Shook Me All Night Long, Highway to Hell, TNT, and For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. Nothing special here, because it is a live album, so. And I know I talk kind of fast through those tracks, and here's all the live times, like everything like that, if you know what I mean. Like how long the track is, I guess, is what I meant to say. This came out in 1992. Next up, we have Ballbreaker, which came out in 1995. Again, haven't really heard much off of this one, so. But it was produced by Rick Rubin, who produced, I think it was Eminem's Revival, and he produced Imagine Dragons, Mercury Act 1 and Act 2, and a couple other albums that I have, so. And this came out in 1995. I don't know if I've said that yet. Next up, we have Stiff Upper Lip, which came out in 2000. So a 5-year gap between Ballbreaker and this record. I have listened to this a couple times, but I don't remember which tracks I like and which ones I don't. I know Stiff Upper Lip, the title track, I really do like, so. I got a majority of these for a decent price, between 10 and 15 bucks. Next up, we have Black Ice. This came out in 2008, so an 8-year gap between the last record and this one. It has 15 songs. My favorite is Rock and Roll Train, the intro track. This is the so-called deluxe edition. Here's the disc. The reason it's deluxe is because there's like a 20-page booklet here, so. I mean, it's pretty cool. I do like this. Oh, and lyrics too. Shit. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even realize this was a lyric booklet too. Huh. Next up, we have Rock or Bust. This came out in 2014. And this has a lenticular cover. I really like it. So 6 years between Black Ice and Rock or Bust. I haven't really heard this record all that much either. But here's the booklet. For this album, they had this sub out Malcolm for Stevie Young, Angus, and Malcolm's nephew, because Malcolm was pretty sure at the time early onset dementia. So, pretty upsetting at the time for them. And I totally forgot to show you one before this. We have Live at River Plate, which came out in 2012, 2 years before Rock or Bust. I totally meant to show this off first. But this is another live album, as you can see here, with a lot of good songs: Rock and Roll Train, Hell Plant-Based Speed, Back in Black, Big Jack, Dirty Deeds, Shot Down in Flames, Thunderstruck, Black Ice, The Jack Hell's Bells on Disc 1. Disc 2, Shoot the Thrill, War Machine, Doggy Dog, You Shook Me All Night Long, TNT, Whole Lotta Rosie, Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, and For Those About to Rock. I haven't even looked at this booklet myself yet. Maybe I have, I don't remember. Yeah, okay, so Malcolm was still with them during this show. Then we have their last album to date so far, and there are still a few things that I am missing. But we have Power Up, their latest album from 2020, so it's only a few years old, but there are some good songs on here. Shot in the Dark, Kick You When You're Down, Through the Midst of Time. It's not a bad record. Disc is pretty cool. And then the booklet here. And this is in memory of Malcolm Young, who passed in 2017 due to dementia. So, just like Back in Black is in memory of Bon Scott. There are still a few items that I'm missing. I'm missing Bonfire, Backtracks, and the Iron Man 2 soundtrack, and then their new album whenever that comes out, if it's even confirmed true. So, I will probably update you guys on those when I get them eventually. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.